CM Punk is returning at AEW Collision. Plus, AEW signed a major tag team and an ECW legend made their Dynamite debut. It's all in the wrestling news right now. He's back, innit?
He's got to be back, Tom.
Take a shot for CM Punk news in the thumbnail. CM Punk's return to AEW is imminent, with AEW Collision's debut location being confirmed last night as the United Center in Chicago. That means CM Punk will make his official return to the company, as confirmed by Dave Meltzer.
Yeah, Meltzer is reporting that a final meeting between Punk and AEW head Tony Khan went well, and after there are a number of other issues worked out, including an agreement that nobody will speak publicly on the brawl after All Out last year. When it comes to Ace Steel, Meltzer said Steel had been under a deal for many weeks and that he will be working from home as part of the arrangement. Steel, a longtime friend of Punk's, was fired after his role in the aforementioned fight, while Omega and the Bucks were suspended. Steel's return to the company is believed to have been a sticking point that arose last week and caused Punk's name and image to be removed from the Collision announcement at the WBD up front.
He was very much an obvious oversight was not having Punk in that reveal.
Yeah, of course.
It felt like a big piece of the puzzle was missing, and I think it was because of some disagreements with the placement of Ace Steel.
Yeah,
I mean, on the plus side, Ace Steel gets to get a full-time wage and work in his pajamas. So, you know, every cloud has a silver lining. But CM Punk being added to the officially being added to Collision, which well once it's officially added, the fact that they're doing the United Center, we had wild CM Punk chants across Dynamite. It would be a ridiculous move to run the United Center with all of this hullabaloo and not have him there.
It would be bad. It would be a very bad image for AEW to do such a thing. I think this is great for them. This is great for Collision as well. Because when you launch a new show, you want nothing but all eyes on that product right there. And to have CM Punk, I mean, obviously in Chicago, it feels like he is most certainly coming back at this point. I think it's the best thing for Collision to have CM Punk there and draw lots of people into this lovely wrestling show. Hopefully lovely wrestling show.
And lots of people are indeed needed because, as we've been talking about over the past couple of days, sales for AEW Collision haven't been great. The early pickup for the first 6 or 7 tapings haven't done particularly well. There was talk from, according to PW Torch, there was talk from the inside of having some of the Dynamite stars turning up to do dark matches on Collision as a way of saying, come to the show, your favorites are here. But obviously this would add a strain to the touring schedule of the Dynamite stars, and also it would kind of undo the reason that Collision's kind of happening in the first place, which is to keep them separated and have 2 separate locker rooms for 2 separate groups of people who might have fallen out in the past. So if you're suddenly having to bring Dynamite guys over to Collision, you know, that's kind of removes the point of doing it in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. You're absolutely right with that one.
Quite possibly. So CM Punk's return seemingly imminent with AEW. Of course, it is something that we will keep an eye on for better or for worse. Cultaholic.com. Some other good news coming out of AEW from last night. A major tag team is officially on the books with Tony Khan's House of Fun.
They certainly are. So after Kyle Fletcher versus Orange Cassidy last night, Tony Khan revealed, and this is a really good one, this feels very good, Aussie Open have indeed signed with AEW. Khan tweeted, they're one of the top tag teams in the world, and now it's official, Aussie Open are all elite.
I remember seeing Aussie Open for the first time at North Wrestling.
What
feels like a lifetime ago.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah, the Sons of Ulade versus Aussie Open. I remember that being a bigger match that we'd announced. Did we get it? I'm sure we got it. I'm sure we did. I've said that. I remember then. Anyway, I have seen them since then. Saw them do stuff for Defiant as well. I saw Mark Davis versus Walter. Rattled my teeth here in them chops. But this announcement comes just after the report that Mark Davis had suffered an injury and will miss ring time for the next few months. This consequently led to them relinquishing the IWGP and New Japan Strong tag titles this past weekend. So we wish for a speedy recovery for Mark Davis and excited to see Aussie Open officially officially on the books with AEW. What a get.
What a get. And that's the thing as well. It's such a shame that they've had to relinquish the IWGP and New Japan Strong Tag titles, but like the reception that they get when they're on AEW, the chemistry that they have with a lot of the tag teams on AEW as well is always really, really good to see. I think when we come out of like a match with Aussie Open, there's a lot of talk about them online. Like there's always like that was a phenomenal match. You need to watch this, that, and the other. And I'm so happy that they're on AEW TV now, and we'll get to see some banger matches, I hope.
Proper rip in the multiverse last night on Dynamite. We were talking about CM Punk coming back, the signing of Aussie Open, and an ECW legend that rocked up last night.
God. No, it's
Jey Uso.
The Bloodline. No, Sabu made his AEW debut last night on Dynamite. He is also, not just that, he is named as the special enforcer for the Chris Jericho and Adam Cole unsanctioned match at Double or Nothing. It was during the contract signing. Chris Jericho was like, "You're an idiot, Adam Cole, because there's 5 of us and there's only 2 of you there with your little buddy Adam Strong? Roderick Strong.
Roderick's lesser known brother.
That's when they like do the fusion together.
Fusion!
Adam Strong. There's only 2 of you, but then Adam Cole was like, I made some Coles. Oh my God, what's wrong with me today? I made some Coles.
To which Bobby Fish went,
because Sabu came out. Sabu lives in Las Vegas. It's an unsanctioned match. It kind of makes sense. I was having a look on Cage Match and I was like, I feel like there must have been quite a good bit of history between Chris Jericho and Sabu on ECW. Apparently they only had 1 match.
Well, they referenced it like they'd had a history.
Right, yeah, that's what I thought as well. Cage Match says only 1 match. Maybe Cage Match is wrong, I'm not too sure.
Never. Cage Match is never
wrong. I expect to see Sabu do something mental.
Throw himself through a table.
Yeah, something of the leg drop through the table or a moonsault or something like that. I expect it, but yeah, it was certainly a surprise to say the least.
For the sake of balance and integrity, we've got to call this out, right? Because we called this out a few months ago when NXT did it.
Yes.
We're calling it out here. Why are you doing a contract signing for an unsanctioned match? It's unsanctioned. Why have you booked a special enforcer?
To be the objection to do my
Phoenix Wright.
I was going to say to do my best Phoenix Wright. I think it's because they have to sign the contract, so then AEW isn't liable for anything that happens during the unsanctioned match. I'm pretty sure that's what they say. I'm just putting that out there. Might be wrong, but I'm just putting that out there.
Well, I think Gargano and Waller need to sign a contract. Just saying. Treating them the same. Sabu is great. Yeah. I'm happy to see Sabu back in the mix.
Yes.
Regardless of the silliness around the signing of a contract, these 2 will have a banger, and Sabu being ringside adds a nice element. Let's go through the card for Double or Nothing, which is this Sunday. As well as the unsanctioned match. We've got the tag team titles on the line with FTR defending against Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. Mark Briscoe as referee for that one.
I see shenanigans happening, Tom.
Is Briscoe turning on?
I see shenanigans happening.
Oh, what's the boy going to do? The Blackjack Battle Royale was announced last week for the AEW International title. Orange Cassidy, when told he had 20 people who wanted a match with him, he went, all right, I'm all Battle Royal. He's great. 21 people and me. Oh, Blackjack Battle Royal. There we go. So I like that. We still don't know all the competitors. We know Ricky Starks has declared.
Yeah, I think QT Marshall and QTV, Aaron Solo, Powerhouse Hobbs, and maybe that's it. I can't remember.
Andrew Hodkinson has declared for it.
Maybe. We'll see.
The TNT title is on the line in a ladder match. Ladder match expert Christian Cage challenges Wardlow for the TNT title. Interesting to see what these guys do. Yeah. Jade Cargill defends the TBS title against Taya Valkyrie, who owns the Front Slam.
Yes.
Beth Phoenix enters the chat. Blackpool Combat Club and the Elite. Anarchy in the Arena. Electric Boogaloo. Ethan Page, Austin Gunn and Colton Gunn versus the Hardys and Isaiah Cassidy. If the Hardys team wins, Matt will own the right to Ethan Page's contract. Slight amendment to that match on Rampage. If you don't want Rampage spoilers, cover your ears for the next 3 seconds. Cassidy is injured and Hook is replacing him. There you go.
Nice.
AEW Women's title on the line. Jamie Hayter defends against Toni Storm.
Jamie Hayter is going to bait her into a pin and win. She's going to win. She's
I was going to stove her head in, I thought you were going to say.
Well, she could do that as well if she wants.
And the four pillars collapse, which should cause quite a mess. MJF defending the AEW World title against Darby Allin, Sammy Guevara, and Jungle Boy Jack Perry. So that's your AEW Double or Nothing card. You can catch myself and Fraser Porter for live reactions on Sunday night to that one. Predictions on the way later today, plus WTF moments and what happened at on the YouTube channel as well. What a weekend it is. We will have live reactions for Night of Champions as well. 9 pitches for Night of Champions.
That's already
on the channel.
Certainly is.
You've done some bangers as always.
Yes. My AEW ones might not have been quite up there, but Jack did a phenomenal pitch, which you can see on the thumbnail. If the thumbnail doesn't intrigue you, then you're stupid.
That will be on your flipping gravestone, that'll be. The thumbnail doesn't intrigue you, you're stupid.
There you go.
Busy weekend of wrestling. Join us for the ride. We'll have more wrestling news throughout the day at cultaholic.com. Keys.
I love you, bye.